Bien, gracias.
En este. I call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Present.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz,
Present.
Councilmember Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Present.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Present.
Councilmember Lisette Servín,
Presente.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Present.
Mayor Nieves Raydell.
Here.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Councilmember De La Hoya, will you please lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item number 3, invocation, Miss Elia Martinez, pastor for Templo Cristiano Vino Nuevo.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's pray. Heavenly Father, today we come before your presence recognizing that you are the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. Amado Padre Celestial, hoy venimos delante de tu presencia, reconociendo que tú eres el Rey de Reyes y Señor de Señores. You are the God of order, justice, truth, and peace. Tú eres el Dios de orden, de justicia, de verdad y de paz. We stand before you with humility, but also with the authority to you have given us through your powerful name. Nos presentamos con humildad, pero también con la autoridad que nos has dado a través de tu poderoso nombre. Look, Lord, this council. Señor, mira este concilio. You know every heart, every struggle, every wound, every disagreement, and even hidden intentions between. Tú conoces los corazones, las luchas, las heridas, las diferencias y aún las intenciones ocultas. We pray that every root of pride, competition, jealousy, manipulation, strife, and desire for power will fall today before your presence, Lord. Clamamos para que toda raíz de orgullo, competencia, celos, manipulación, contienda y deseo de poder caigan ahora delante de la presencia del Señor. Let the fear of the Lord govern this city hall. Que el temor de Dios gobierne este concilio de la ciudad. We rebuke every work of the enemy that seeks to bring confusion, division, discouragement, or conflict. Reprendemos toda obra del enemigo que quiera sembrar confusión, división, desánimo o enfrentamiento. Lord, pour unto wisdom unto the leaders. Señor, derrama sabiduría sobre los líderes. Let them speak with grace, prudence, and truth. Que hablen con gracia, prudencia y con verdad. Where there is hardness, bring brokenness. Where there is pride, bring humility. Where there is resistance, bring reconciliation. Donde hay dureza, trae quebrantamiento. Donde hay orgullo, trae humildad. Donde hay distancia, trae reconciliación. Father, raise up men and women of integrity, filled with love, character, and authority. Padre, levanta hombres y mujeres íntegros, llenos de amor, carácter y autoridad. Let power never be used to control, but to serve. Que el poder nunca sea usado para controlar, sino para servir. Today we prophesy peace over this place. Hoy profetizamos paz sobre este lugar. In the mighty name of Jesus, En el nombre poderoso de Jesús. Amén. I will let a copy over here for you. Thank you for your service.
Item number 4, call to the public. This is the time for the public to comment. Under ARS Section 38-431.01I, members of the City Council shall not discuss or take legal action on matters raised during an open call to the public that are not properly noticed on this agenda for discussion and legal action. At the conclusion of an open call to the public, individual members of the City Council may respond to criticism from those who have addressed the City Council, may ask staff to review a matter, or may ask that a matter be placed on a future agenda.
Anybody from the public that would like to address the mayor and the council? ¿Alguna persona del público que quiera pasar? Por favor.
Buenas tardes,
Buenas
señora
tardes.
Mayor y Concilio. Yo, Julia Sánchez, 1553 Kennedy Lane, San Luis. Ya sé que suena aburrido ya lo que vengo, pero somos los taxistas otra vez con la misma situación. Estamos cayendo en un hoyo cuando la gente nos dice que nos necesita, pero no tenemos cómo ayudar a la gente, cómo proveerles nuestro servicio. Y quisiéramos una ayuda. No estamos pidiendo un estacionamiento grande, no un espacio o dos, nada más. No sé si se nos pueda conceder. No conforme, el permiso tenía un costo. Entró enero del 26 y subió el costo del permiso. Pero durante el mes de enero, en las redes sociales se subió, vamos a reubicar a los taxistas. ¿Qué quiere decir reubicar? Cambiarnos de un lugar a otro. Perfecto, estábamos muy de acuerdo hasta allí. Y volví a salir otra vez en las redes, vamos a reubicar a los taxistas y a reubicar. Al final de mes de enero tenemos que tener pagados los permisos, porque si no ya es multa. Entró febrero, salió en las redes, no habrá reubicación para los taxistas. ¿Qué quiere decir eso? O sea, ya que pagamos todos, hasta ese día ya supieron, entrando febrero, supieron que ya era federal el lugar, pero ya se nos cobraron los permisos, en los cuales no hemos podido recuperar ni un 5 porque no podemos trabajar. La policía no nos puede ver estacionados en ninguna parte porque nos miran y ya nos están queriendo quitar. Cuando no estamos haciendo ningún daño a nadie, solo prestando un servicio. Eso es lo que pedimos, ayuda nada más, porque estamos yéndonos a un hoyo que no se me hace justo que después de que tenemos 10, 15 años, 20 de taxistas, a esta edad nos vayamos a tener que ir al FIL para solventar nuestros problemas. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Mr. Allen.
Good evening. James Allen Jr. I live at 1549 East Babbitt Lane here in San Luis, Arizona. Good evening, council members. Good evening, Mayor. Good evening, everyone that's inside the City Hall. Okay, first of all, I'm on the side of people earning a living. What I mean by that is that these people, they pay fees to our beautiful city for the permits. They get their insurance. They do the things that are needful for them to run a business. I understand that the city cannot provide a stamped out place within it. But I'll tell you what, the media recently sent a weird signal. Just yesterday on the news, there was a taxi cab driver being interviewed concerning the same matter. And he was told, or either he told the press member, that a decision was in the process of being made by the city to help the taxi cab drivers. I find that this is very confusing and very bad communication on somebody's behalf. And what we what we really need for the taxi cab drivers, they have children. They pay taxes here in San Luis. They have homes, they pay trash, they pay water. If they are unable to earn a day's living, they will go out of business. Do you want that on your heads? You have families, you have grandchildren, you have children. Some of you, you have bills that you have to pay. We should be proactive for businesses. We want a business to come, a multi-million-dollar one, to come and bring their business here so we can get our citizens to obtain jobs. We're giving a mixed signal. We're taking away citizens that are right here, their ability to do so. This is called free enterprise, free enterprise. The government is not against the people as long as they are doing the laws that are set forth. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es Brian de la Hoya y vivo en la 1387 La Madera Drive. Pues me presento aquí ante ustedes porque vengo a pedirles que lleguen a una solución ante la situación de los taxistas. Ellos tienen familias que alimentar, necesitan su apoyo y ellos mismos están viniendo a ustedes a pedirles con toda la confianza de que ustedes los van a ayudar y van a llegar a una solución. No podemos ser indiferentes ante la situación de los demás. No podemos jugar con el hambre de las personas. Como les vuelvo a repetir, ellos tienen familias que alimentar. Así que aquí es su tiempo de brillar. Ayuden, por favor, a los taxistas. Ustedes saben muy bien de que ellos no pueden llegar a hacer su servicio si no tienen un lugar donde estacionarse. Y si hay una solución en la que puedan ustedes llegar, por favor, ayúdenlos. Es importante porque ellos son familias trabajadoras. Gracias.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes.
Buenas tardes, mi nombre es María Robles y vivo en el 1195 California Street. Esta tarde vengo a traer una preocupación que yo sé que compartimos todos nosotros, ya que están trabajando ahorita en el presupuesto de la ciudad. Creo que es un tiempo conveniente para que lo pongan ahí, esta preocupación, en una parte quizás futuro o quizás ya lo tienen. Quiero pensar que ya tienen ese concepto y esa inversión en tomar en cuenta la movilidad de las personas en nuestra ciudad. Somerton no lo tiene tampoco, Yuma tiene un poquitito, que es la movilidad de las personas invidentes. Que no hay semáforo, no hay un touch barandal donde ellos puedan saber que ya pueden cruzar la calle, que puedan saber de que están llegando con el sensor del bastón, no pueden abarcar un radio más de 3 pies. Y yo les digo porque esto cala y cala bien feo. Hoy me tocó estar con una señora que es invidente de nacimiento y me dijo, oye Mari, necesito yo hablar con la representante de Adelita Grijalva, la congresista. ¿Me puedes ayudar? Y pues de pronto la miré y dije, ¿cómo me pide ayuda? Pero yo no sabía que no miraba. Le dije, ¿cómo te puedo ayudar? Dice, pues es que tengo 2 horas en lo que vengo haciendo línea y para caminar y llegar a este punto. Por eso te estoy marcando, porque trae un celular que con su voz nomás le dice el teléfono de alguien y el celular se lo da. Nosotros ni siquiera sabemos que hay celulares inteligentes que sirven para ayudar a la gente que no ve. Pues pudimos conectarla con Adelita y lo que la señora quiere es tener que esta situación de las personas con visión baja o invidentes tengan representación en las áreas del gobierno, que alguien sepa de su existencia y de lo que sufren de veras para tener un empleo, para ser tomadas en cuenta en la sociedad. Así que todos nos conocemos aquí y saben que este tema es algo real, y les encargo por favor a los 7 que tomen un tiempo de considerar esta situación. Yo a mi alrededor tengo la fortuna de estar tratando con 7 personas de nuestra comunidad que no ven. Así que es una piedrita en el zapato que hay que saber lo que cala y darle para adelante en una solución, en un apoyo para este
Señora
grupo de la
Robles.
comunidad. Gracias.
Gracias. Anybody else? If not, let's continue.
Item number 5, proclamations. Item number 5A, proclamation on Elder Abuse Awareness Month, June 2026. 5B, proclamation on LGBTQ Pride Month, June 2026. 5C, proclamation on Men's Health Month, June 2026. 5D, proclamation on National Homeownership Month, June 2026. 5E, proclamation on Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Month, June 2026. Now therefore be it resolved that Mayor Nieves Rydell hereby declares the proclamations in the city of San Luis, Arizona, this 27th day of May 2026. Item number 6, consent agenda. All matters are considered to be routine by the city council and will be enacted by one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action items. Item number 7A, discussion and possible directions to staff on any and all matters regarding possible opportunities of a partnership between the City of San Luis and the Gadsden Elementary School District Number 32 for the Scorpions Sports Complex. Lisette Esparza, Gadsden School District Superintendent.
Thank you. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the council. My name is Lisette Esparza. I am the superintendent for Gadsden School District. Here with me today are Mrs. Lina Galvan, our associate superintendent, our maintenance director, Omar Velasquez. We have Linda Padilla, our grants writer, and we have Lucia Nava, our grants manager. We are here today to seek a possible partnership and a long-term investment for our residents. What we have here on the left side is behind San Luis Middle School. And we started this project back in 2023. It was a lengthy process, but in March of 2026, we were awarded $1.7 million with a 50-50 contribution, which means that we would have to pay the almost $900,000, and they would give us $900,000. We are seeking a partnership because what this grant does is it would allow the City of San Luis residents to access the sports complex during the non-school hours. And Mrs. Galvan will explain a little bit more of the aerial picture.
Ms. Galvan.
Yes. Right here, you can see the before and after of what the project is intended to look like. Right here is an aerial view of the west side of San Luis Middle School, so you have an idea of where the land is at. This land is divided into 2 sections, which would be Phase 1, which is what Lucia is holding over there and what you can see on the screens. And on the left side of the field would be Phase 2. Phase 2 would be a second application, and it would be a separate cost. Ms. Linda Padilla will go more into the details, but as you can see, this space, the first phase, is intended for 2 soccer fields, a restroom, lighting, and bleachers. And Ms. Linda, if you want to go ahead and go over the specifications of the project.
Hello, everyone. Like Ms. Esparza and Ms. Galvan mentioned, this was a lengthy project. We started working on this in 2023. So phase one would bring 2 state-of-the-art soccer fields surrounded by a track and field, a restroom building, bleachers, lighting. It would also include fencing, surveys, testing, permits, and general construction work. The approximate cost of phase one is $1,744,320. We are expected to pay $1 for $1. So this is a 50-50 match requirement, and that's why we're here today. We're seeking partnerships to help us alleviate some of these costs to make sure we're able to bring this state-of-the-art soccer field and track to our community, to our students, and have this recreational opportunity for the west side of town. We are still waiting our final approval by September of 2026. Once we receive that approval, predict that we will take up to 10 months to complete the project.
Any comments, questions from council at this time?
Yes, Mayor. First of all, thank you for taking care of the kids. I believe this project is very important for the investment of our community future. This project benefits not only our students, but families and residents through the city. I have a question. What will the city financial commitment look like this year and over the years to come?
Can you repeat the question? I'm sorry.
Yeah, what will the city's financial commitment will look like this year in the future?
The financial commitment. So what we're seeking for is during phase one, we would like support with the underground work, which is the water and sewer lines, as well as the restrooms. That is our goal. So the restroom is, our estimate is roughly about $340,000, but that can go into phase two. I know that the city has already worked with the project for the 26-27 year, but this, what we're asking for, the restrooms could slide into the 27-28 year for the city of San Luis. We would also like support with the permits, which would be around November, December, I'm assuming. And this is just the starting phase. We haven't had official conversations with the city manager, but we would like to set up and give you more information on what it would look like financial responsibility. So I think that your question is what the financial responsibility for you is. That depends on the agreement we come up with. So this is just the starting phase, but we do need support with the water and sewer lines, maybe discounts on the permits, if not free, and then the restrooms that could go well into phase two as well. And then also I do want to mention that phase one and phase two is about 6 acres. So phase one takes up 4 acres, phase two takes up 2 acres.
I got a question, Mrs. Esparza. Once it's done, because there's no doubt in my mind that you have full support, we'll find ways. This is a great, great project. Everybody knows that we need parks. We need places for the kids to go and spend their time. So we'll find ways, one way or another one, it's doable. Once it's done, the school would take care of the keeping the place, right? I mean.
Yes, and I think that that's another conversation we could have as well. During the school day, we would of course have our maintenance take care of the landscape, the restrooms, but we would also like to seek support from the city of San Luis, maybe in the afternoons, because the sports complex would be open to the residents after school hours, which would probably be from 4 to 10. Like I said, this is the starting stage, so if we have conversations, maybe we could do a part-time from the city of San Luis and do a full-time from Gaston District. These are open conversations that we can continue having.
Great, Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor, I still have another question. Once this is done, and I know we're going to have a conversation later on, but just what liability or insurance responsibility will the city have after hours when this complex is open for public?
And that's a great question. So we would have our insurance cover up until 4 o'clock. We still in that conversation with our attorney, what that would mean for the city. So I want to say that I know that with our current MOU that we do have the city and Gaston District partnering up and joining insurances.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, it says ways to partner. Is the Quezon School District trying to get donations from the private sector too, or you just, this is
Not-
no? Yes?
Not yet. Like I said, this is barely the informational phase. We still need one more approval, but in talking to Jeff, he is the manager from the Land and Water Conservation Grant, is 99.9 that we're gonna go through the board. We already went through 2 board approvals, so we're just waiting on the last one. And once we have the third board approval, then I think we're gonna seek different monetary support from different businesses, maybe, I don't know yet, maybe different companies. But that's definitely in the works. And like I said, this is information, we wanted to bring it to the city of San Luis. We think it's a great investment for our residents, and I think that our city residents have been asking for these type of complex for the longest time.
Anybody else?
Hi, yeah,
Yes.
thank you. Will this grass be synthetic or real grass?
It's gonna be real grass.
Okay.
Synthetic grass is very, very expensive.
Okay.
Unless the city decides they want synthetic grass, and by all means, please let us know.
Okay, anybody else?
Yes, Mayor, I would like to ask some questions. Well, to begin, I'd like to say thank you, Mrs. Barza, and your team for seeking a grant for this amazing project. I think it's a state-of-the-art facility for our entire community and our students who very much deserve all of this. I'm excited to see the bleachers and everything very well planned, so thank you for that. Regarding the conversation that you came to seek today, I think the majority of us are in favor of supporting you guys. I just don't know what we're supporting you with yet. When you mention like the sewer and all that stuff, like, are you talking about our employees? I mean, I don't even know if our employees are able to go in and perform the work, or like finding the resources to provide the district match. It is quite a lot of money, $872,000. As you are aware, we are facing some challenges with our budget. We have the East Park that we've been trying to accomplish for the past 5 years, and we've been struggling, but that doesn't take away from us wanting to support this project. So I think we've been good partners, and I hope we continue to be good partners, and we can be better partners. So I would like for us to like maybe have a sit down or a work session and discuss like what it is that you guys need, how can we support. Our budget is pretty finalized already for this year, but like you mentioned, phase 1, like the restrooms can be moved to possibly next year. So I like that idea. What is phase 2 of this project?
So once we finish phase 1 of the project, we apply for phase 2, which would bring parking, lighting, and possibly the restroom.
Okay.
We put it in for the first budget for phase 1, but we could roll it over for phase 2 as well.
Perfect, thank you. And then that was another thing, like how are people going to be able to access it, like the parking, and who's gonna pay for the lighting? I think there's a lot of technical questions that we can sit and talk about tonight, but I don't think we are prepared to answer all those questions and do something, but it is definitely something that I am very interested in supporting, and I hope that the council is also interested in supporting, which it sounds like they are. So I just want to say thank you for bringing this to our community, and at least on my part, count with my support.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, and we do look forward to continued informational meeting, maybe with the city manager, and answering all the questions that the city might have.
Mrs. Barca, is design already done or is in the process?
Is what?
The design.
Yeah, this is the design we've been working with EMC2 as well as Nicholas Engineering for this. So we had to create all the design, the 3 years. It was a lengthy process, but we had to put in the design, what it would look like. They did surveys, making sure that we didn't disrupt any natural resources. They actually came down and measured to look at wildlife, and although all that has been taken care of, that's why we were approved in March of 2026.
Okay, anybody else?
Yes.
You go first.
Again, I just want to say thank you. I love the concept. I really believe that our community will love this, and our community deserves a sports complex like this. So for sure, you are getting support from us. When and how and what, that's still on the table. But of course, we are open to explore opportunities for partnership, and you can count on us that it will be done, like our mayor stated earlier. We just need to have those details, like what is the time frame between one phase to the other one? Are we talking 2 years, 4 years, 3 years? All those little details will help us in us determining how we're gonna help you. So for sure, we will need to have further conversations with our city manager. And I just wanna congratulate you because this is great. I know Omar used to work for our Parks and Recreation Department. He was an awesome park supervisor, and I know he's gonna do great in putting this together and helping you, the entire team. So I just wanna say thank you for having a vision, for moving forward, and for taking our city literally to the next level. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor. This is a beautiful design. Thank you for presenting it. It's like you said, it's in phases, and there's a lot of numbers that have to be worked out. We understand this is just the beginning phase, but I do have a question. This sounds very familiar from something we agreed to with the San Luis High. And it's just a very simple question. How often do we use those facilities or that track and field, or, because I know we helped.
We did have an IGA with the high school. We actually invested into the lighting. At that point, it was about $300,000. The school district did provide us $150,000 back. We had a 5-year IGA. It just expired, so we're trying to renew. The way it works is, we use their facilities and they can use our facilities. Unfortunately, I did ask that question of the Parks and Recreation Director. We don't use it as much. I don't know if it's because of the lack of coordination or the limited time that we have to be able to use the facilities. So those are things that we're going to go through the IGA with the high school. But that was kind of the intent of, being able to use both of our facilities. We just haven't taken advantage of that for whatever reason. So we'll do a little bit more research on that.
Thank you, Jenny. Like I said, this is a great idea, but I won't be able to comment any further, so I'm just saying I'm not gonna be here to vote, but it is a beautiful, beautiful design. So hopefully it moves forward.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Just want to add something else. I remember when that IGA with the high school happened, because I worked for the Parks and Rec Department during those times. And unfortunately, the fields were not being utilized as much, but we can learn from the past, right? We're not going to let what happened back then stop us from entering a partnership and utilizing the sports complex. We had that experience, we learned from that. That's why it's so important that we sit down and we put things on the table and we make sure that we have a great dialogue and make things happen for the future. The good thing is that we're having this conversation right now, and it's in phases, so that would help us analyze more the situation and make sure that it's doable and that we can collaborate in the best way possible. This could help us bring teams to have events, hold events in our community. So I just see, I have a vision. Now that I see this, I'm starting to think my mind is just going crazy. But again, I come from the Parks and Rec background, and I can see what you're doing, and I know Omar sees it too. So let's continue to have this conversation and not get discouraged from what happened in the past, but let's continue to work on it, and we will find a way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. And I just want to mention that we are open to any different ideas if the Parks and Recs from the city, so that is used and not just, forget that it's there. We do want to mention that when we selected the area, we wanted to make sure that it was accessible to all the city of San Luis. It's very close to the Joe Orduño, so it's going to be very visible to our residents. Also, we're very open and flexible if the city of San Luis would like the Parks and Rec maybe to take over during the afternoon. We're open to that as well. We would use it during the day, and then the city could take over during the evening.
Thank you.
Mrs. Barca, do you already have, if you have a design, I want to think that you already have a cost estimate, or not yet?
An assessment of the,
Estimate, like how much is going to cost every single thing?
yes, we do. We have, yes, that was actually part of the application, the 3-year application I want to mention. Yes, we will already have how much it's going to cost. So the first phase, $1.7 million, and we're looking at phase 2 costing a little bit over $500,000.
We have an estimate per line item of all of the things that are going to be added as well. It was part of the application.
Wonderful. Okay. If,
I do, Mayor, have just one more question. Mrs. Esparza, so if you guys are approved in September 2026, when does the district match have to be allocated? Does it have to be in September, or like what are we looking at in between like a time frame?
The first phase is supposed to be taking 10 months. So after the 10 months, we would be responsible for submitting and making sure that we're contributing the dollar-to-dollar amount to the grant.
So does your budget currently reflect 872,000 for this project? Or?
Yes, it actually reflects, we have allocated about $1.5 million for this project. We have that allocated for this project, but we feel very positive that the city is going to take ownership of this project because of the multiple benefits that is going to bring to our residents.
Okay. I mean, the reason I ask is because if September comes and they say you
Yes.
need
Yes.
872, because we had to deposit some type of funding for Cesar Chavez, and Jenny brought an item up to the council, and it had to be approved on an emergency clause. Like we needed to move like $3 million from one day to the other.
Yeah.
And I would hate for that to happen, that come September, they tell you, oh, you need to deposit into this account $800,000. I mean, it's not pocket change.
So when we apply for different grants that require a dollar-to-dollar contribution, the district always makes sure that we have that liability there, just in case something happens. We want to make sure that we carry on with the project, especially if it's taking so long to plan for it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
thank you. Is there any other questions? If not, yes.
Just, Mrs. Esparza, so like, you've heard me enough talking about this project, so do you have a north as to how to move forward with the project now that you've heard most of the council members? I mean,
Are we going to move forward with the project? Is that what you're?
no, I mean, I've said publicly and to you, I couldn't speak for the rest of the council members as to, how great this project was for the community. So I'm assuming that you have a north on moving forward, and
Yes.
as part of the Gaston School District, I'm not
Right.
committing the city. or
No,
anything.
we're gonna move forward with the project, but we are seeking support from the city of San Luis. Yes.
Free advice, seek support from the private sector. There's a lot of us that will be right there with you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll do that.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
It's a discussion item only, Mayor. No motion is
Thank
needed
you.
at this time.
Okay.
Item number 7B, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the authorization to purchase OpenGov's software as a service platform, inclusive of financial management, budgeting and performance, utility billing, permitting and licensing, and enterprise asset management modules through the Virtualsoft cooperative contract. Fernando Corona, Information Technology Manager.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of the council. Like Sonia just mentioned, my name is Fernando Corona. I'm the IT manager for the city of San Luis. We're here tonight seeking council approval to procure OpenGov's platform, including the financial management, budgeting and performance, utility billing, permitting and licensing, a 311 customer relation management system, and enterprise asset management software that includes a built-in work order management for our public works department for a 5-year term. Looking at the numbers, I understand they may seem a bit significant. It is a significant investment. However, these software modules are critical to building a more efficient, transparent, and responsive city government for both our employees and our residents. Today, the city is paying approximately $308,000 annually across multiple vendors like Tyler Technologies for our ERP, Enterprise Resource Planning, permitting and licensing, and then we're also paying for ClearGov for budgeting and performance, in addition to Express Bill Pay for utility billing, where residents are able to pay their bill. While these systems support essential operations, they are siloed from one another and rely heavily on manual data imports, and they lack integrated tools needed for long-term strategic planning. One of the most important gaps is the enterprise asset management with an embedded geographic information capabilities. If you allow the procurement of OpenGov, this will allow the city departments to better track the life cycle of transportation, water and wastewater, and solid waste infrastructure. More importantly, it will help the departments make smarter, data-driven decisions about maintenance, replacement planning, and future capital investments, ultimately helping the city balance its budget more effectively while protecting critical infrastructure for our residents. In addition, our current system also lacks the modern public portals residents already expect. With this investment, residents will be able to pay their utility bills, report issues with their water, apply for permits or business licenses, and track active applications through a single secure account. Residents and developers will also gain access to tools that allows them to monitor water consumption and stay informed on the status of their projects in real time. From an operational standpoint, the platform will introduce automated workflows built with industry best practices, improving efficiency and accountability across departments, as we'll be able to implement as part of the workflows, service level agreements. That means faster permitting, faster business licensing, and more efficient procurement process for city staff. Employees will be able to obtain the resources necessary to support daily operations more quickly, helping ensure that services we provide to our community remain uninterrupted and reliable. This system was also selected strategically because it's a cloud solution with 99.9% service uptime guarantee, and it's recognized as one of the leading providers capable of delivering a centralized source of truth for core city operations. Instead of managing disconnected systems, departments will be able to work from one integrated platform that improves collaboration, accuracy, and decision-making across the organization. Beyond operations, the budget and performance components will significantly improve transparency for our residents. Citizens will no longer need to wait for a lengthy records request just to access public financial information. Instead, that information will be readily available through a public dashboard and reporting portals, allowing residents to easily engage with city data and find the information they're looking for within just a few clicks. Ultimately, this investment is not just about software, it's about modernizing how the city of San Luis serves its employees and residents and supports its residents and plans for the future. At this time, I would like to introduce our OpenGov team, who will provide a brief presentation and overview of the platform. Sonia, if you may please open the presentation.
I don't know, I'm gonna follow that one up. Thank you, Fernando. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and City Councilors. Yes, good evening. Sorry, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and City Councilors. It's an honor to be here this evening. We're super excited to present and share a little bit about this project. Before we dive in, I just have to say you guys have an incredible staff who have been super diligent and dedicated, and their commitment to the City of San Luis and to the constituents has been very clear. So just wanted to start with that. We can, oh, perfect. Cool. My name is Isabel Zero. I'm the team lead here at OpenGov. I focus on our ERP solutions, and I'm here with my colleague Andrew Wooters. I'll let him introduce himself.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. My name is Andrew Wooters. I'm an account executive here for OpenGov, specializing in our asset management suite.
Yes, and there have been a ton of other folks who have helped support this project. We've worked with finance, utility billing, public works, planning and zoning. So a bunch of teams have been included in this project. I wanted to start off with these three core pillars. So this is sort of what we aligned the project to throughout the entire life cycle. And these are San Luis strategic goals. So this is how we believe that our project will really impact you all and help you achieve your goals. To call them out: fiscally sustainable and responsive city services, innovative and a forward-thinking community, and then a vibrant economy with state-of-the-art technology. The City of San Luis is already an OpenGov partner, so we're super excited to see this partnership expand. Today, you guys use OpenGov procurement and contract management to help with procurement workflows. This project will span permitting and licensing, enterprise asset management, financial management, budgeting and performance, and utility billing. I wanted to highlight some of our partners across Arizona, but also across the West. We work with over 2,000 partners and are super excited to expand this partnership. I wanted to jump quickly into the project overview and get a little bit more tactical. So what is financial management and budgeting? Centralized accounting, so all things finance, digital workflows, financial reporting, budgeting with end-to-end collaborative workflows to help also like publish an online budget book. And then it's all on the modern cloud. Cool. And this dives a little bit deeper into like what actually is included in a financial management and budgeting solution. So again, it's one financial backbone. Updates happen automatically. It's, one centralized source of truth, financial reporting, and then the ability to publish all information to the public. To quickly review utility billing, this will offer constituents a public portal to pay online. We'll tie to your meters, they'll have full service history, usage history, and then it's all integrated with OpenGov Financial Management. I wanted to quickly touch on how this will impact residents. I think Fernando did a great job of touching on this, but really our goal is to provide seamless service to the constituents of the City of San Luis. So faster payments, accurate billing, transparent spending, the ability to know where tax dollars are going with accessible budget applications, and then, tie outcomes to spending. And then for utility billing, one account, they can pay online, and it's really easy to use.
When it comes to our permitting and licensing side of things, we have a public-facing portal. It's very easy to use. This portal makes it very easy to apply for permits. When it comes to faster review times, we are helping that with fewer manual touch points. We have an in-app collaboration and then full control with no-code solutions. How this is going to affect the residents of San Luis is they're going to be able to apply, pay, and track their permits from anywhere, anytime. There's seamless fee collection and self-service renewals, and then real-time visibility that builds the public trust. When we move into the enterprise asset management side of things, when we look inside the system, we're going to be able to, as far as the assets go, we're going to be able to say what you have, where it is, and what condition it's in. When it comes to work, we can create, assign, track tasks. We have a truly mobile workspace. On our resources tab, we can estimate, assign, track labor, equipment, materials, and then even vendors. And then we do have some forward-thinking tools as well. How this is going to impact some of the San Luis residents is the reliable infrastructure is going to be moved into a proactive phase instead of a reactive phase. Transparent service, you can report and track. Residents submit maintenance requests online and get automated status updates. Smarter spending of public dollars, and then one system for every service request.
Okay, I wanted to touch quickly on your support. This was extremely important to the team, and I think it's important to highlight here. Not only will you have an expert services delivery of implementation, so the folks helping migrate your data from Tyler and other solutions to configuring the software and then training staff. We take a really hands-on approach, and then the ongoing support. So you'll have a customer success manager, engineers, our premium support, and then we'll still be here too to support the partnership. Expert services is also included in this project. This is essentially white glove access to our professional services team year-round. This is a super unique offering from OpenGov, so we're excited to extend that to the city of San Luis as well. And then this is the scope. Again, we've gone over this, quite a lot of software, and it's a big project. This has been something we've worked on for, I think, over 6 months. So super excited to see this come to life with you all. And then Fernando touched on the investment summary. I did just want to highlight what the subscription cost includes and then what the professional services cost includes. So for your subscription, it's an unlimited user solution. You'll have access to our ongoing maintenance, premium support, future software enhancements and updates, and then a dedicated customer success manager. I also wanted to highlight we were able to extend to the city of San Luis a 48% software discount, saving the city $1.3 million. In terms of the professional services, this includes the data migration from Tyler New World, system configuration, training, and a designated OpenGov project team. That's all I have for you guys. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions, comments from council? I got a question for Ms. Jenny. What do you think? What are your thoughts? I'm pretty sure you've been working on this.
Mayor, the staff has been looking at this. We've been having issues with our existing system. We've been having problems for many, many years. It's going obsolete. When we talk to you about the efficiency and the accessibility for not just internal staff, but our customers, which is our residents, this is a large investment, but we believe that this is what we need to do to become more efficient. And also, we're working with a system that is not working for us, and I think we needed to it took a lot to make this investment, not just because of the cost, but because of the time and the resources that the staff's gonna have to place to try to get that implemented. But OpenGov, we went through one of their systems, and we were very impressed with what they've done. And so we feel this is a project that we need to move forward.
The city of Yuma and the county has something similar, or maybe they may have a contract with you, and it's very impressive the way they do business. The customer service, I mean, it's impeccable. It's about time. We need to take it to the next level. It will help a lot, expediting everything and being more open with everybody. I think it's a good thing, and we need to move forward. Thank you, Jenny. Anybody else?
I do have a question before committing the city to $2.7 million on a software. And maybe because I was part of that change from Cassell to Tyler, and we got the same sales pitch that I just heard right now. So I'm trying to word it correctly. So this is gonna take away Tyler, NeoGov, all the softwares that we have with no glitches, no IT having to support tickets. That's gonna cost us yet, and not just $2.7 million, but probably another, I don't know how much money we've spent on this already. I mean, I know I'm getting looks from staff because I know how hard it is to work with a software that we currently have. So I just don't want to go from just dropping money on one endless pocket of not getting the service that we were promised to. And the strategic goals that you aligned your presentation with was the same. We have them there because that's what Tyler Technologies was supposed to be doing for us right now. Sort of like, so for my
Yeah.
question, comment, concern.
Yeah, it totally makes sense. The staff has been very diligent with this process, with the evaluation process. There are two things I want to call out for you. We're partners today, so you guys have gone through an OpenGov implementation. You've gone through the whole process of like getting an OpenGov solution up and running, and you've also been live and experienced our support. The city will also have premium support. This is an inclusion that takes our 24-hour response time down to 1 to 2 hours. So there's a huge team backing this investment. It's a project, and the team has done a really good job of going through each module and ensuring that it not only elevates what you have today, but does take you to that next level, as the mayor mentioned, with public portal for permitting, an enterprise asset management solution, a utility billing portal, an online budget book. So really allowing you to engage with the constituents in a new way.
So you're gonna bridge Express Bill Pay, the payroll. I just saw that NeoGov, Tyler, Cassell, everything that we have right now. I know surviving on whatever God is helping you with, survive. I want to make sure before.
For the most part,
So you said for the most part.
No,
So
no,
tell me
and I-
what's out of the most part.
and I'm sorry for the wording there. It's just I was gonna mention in our next item, because I know you mentioned you mentioned payroll. Payroll will be part of another solution called UKG Ready that will have a built-in integration with OpenGov, which in every pay cycle they're gonna do a secure file transfer import automatically, where it's just automatically gonna populate the general ledger and the OpenGov from UKG Ready. And then going back to the first question, I just wanna, like, that was one of our main pushbacks when we were evaluating OpenGov. We kept telling them, like, this is like, the reason why we don't want to keep investing on Tyler is just because if we already have a bad taste in regards to their support level and how quickly they respond, and if we wanted to build on top, because I mean, Tyler, they're known as a leader in the industry. The only problem is that what they're offering is they're asking us to move to the cloud, to their newer product, because they are still supporting the current on-prem system that we have, but not to the same level that they are doing so with the cloud. And even if we were to move with the cloud to the cloud, or we were to stay in our existing on-premise system, we would have to keep making investments, because one of the things that Tyler has is that they're highly customizable, and those customizations, they are not they're not free, because they literally have to re-engineer their software to accommodate for the unique workflows that we are seeking. One of the key differentiators with Tyler and OpenGov, and that's kind of what Isabel mentioned when we were doing the discovery process, is that OpenGov is considered to be very configurable and not necessarily customizable. Configurable in the way that they are a software made specifically for government. So most of their processes, they're built to fit government operations, which means that they're not tweaking the code every single time a government agency wants to have their own specific workflow, because every time you tweak the code, there's risks that come with it, which could potentially, I mean, just like you mentioned, a buggy software. If you modify the code, you're more than likely going to experience more glitches than you would in a software that already has parameters built in, and whenever they do make a change, they try to be very thorough and make sure that they're not making a change that's not like best practice, or if they are going to make a change because it's going to be for an improvement, that more than likely all of the agencies, just like ourselves, are going to benefit from. That's just.
I can add, just to answer your question, it is replacing everything on the financial side. So it's Tyler, it's Express Bill Pay, and then it's ClearGov on the finance side. And then we're adding, so like net new software is the 311 solution for like public requests, the Public Works, like the asset management solution, and then replacing the permitting with OpenGov permitting.
Okay, and don't get me wrong, I've been begging to get rid of Tyler for like 10 years or
Yeah.
plus. But that's why I'm not hesitant. I'm just like making sure we're gonna be able to just bridge everything that we have today and not having to submit tickets that are gonna cost the city more and more money year after year of
So-
staff begging, this is not working.
Totally.
And then we continue to put more money and more money and more money and more money, or, oh, we need even to add our logo or something to our, what was it, water bill or something? It was, I can't remember how much, right, Olivia, or something? I don't know. I'm having a lot of memories from.
Yeah, and that's a key differentiator. So we don't charge for support, and that's part of our subscription. So you won't have to like pay to get help. That's included in what you see, the investment in front of you. And then we're non-versioned software, so you will never have to upgrade to like OpenGov 2.0. The version that you have is what all of our partners are on. All the enhancements and rollouts are on the cloud, also a differentiator. So it will be delivered to you that way. So you won't have to pay for additional support. Premium support is included in your subscription. Hopefully that helps.
It does. Are we replacing NeoGov as well with this, or that's staying where it's at?
NeoGov for HR, right?
Uh-huh.
For
Well,
the
NeoGov is it's another one that it's supposed to be doing a lot of great things, but
so ClearGov we're replacing, which is the budgeting and performance. We're also replacing Express Bill Pay for the payment of bills online, and we're also replacing Tyler. And then on the other portion, which we're gonna see in as part of the following item, we are also replacing Tyler and NeoGov for UKG Ready. And I do want to emphasize is that another thing that I want to emphasize, like Isabel just mentioned, we are adding more solutions and features, like the enterprise asset management solution, which I think is very critical. I can't emphasize enough how important it is as an overall strategic move for the city to be able to track their assets and be able to run reports and really forecast like how much is it gonna cost to repave a street, or if there's a new parcel, a new development that's coming in the area, that they're gonna be able to grab that geographical information and run a report and kind of create a forecast on how much it'll take to service the area and stuff like that. The other feature that I really like that OpenGov was able to throw in was the 311 CRM. So residents are gonna get notifications whenever there's an outage, and they're also gonna have a way to report like issues with maybe a pothole or a street light damage, and that's every engagement with the public. It's gonna trigger a workflow where it's gonna create a work order where Public Works will be able to follow through, and there's gonna be more accountability because there's gonna be a work order logged, and they're gonna be able to track how long it took them to repair and stuff like. So in terms of transparency, accountability, and just overall planning, like, okay, right now we're able to repair a pothole in this amount of time. What's gonna take us to that level where we're not taking maybe X amount of time? Do we need more staff? Do we need this? They'll be able to plan with that, use that data to make more strategic planning regarding workforce and everything.
But Ms. Rola, you got anything to add? Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members, and staff. So thank you so much, Isabel and Andrew, for being here. And so I would like to add, in addition to Fernando comments, so to provide you an example, so we use ClearGov for budgeting, and we do have it only for budget book and capital project. So on OpenGov, on budget and transparency, we will have all solution within with one price. So we couldn't, back then on 2023 when our former director was here, so we just could afford only 2 solutions on ClearGov because everything was different price. So now we will have one solution with all the budget, workforce, transparency, capital project, and budget book. And the OpenGov will be paperless. I know, Councilmember De La Hoya, that I was here when we moved from cassette to new world system. It's supposed to be like paperless as well. For any reason, I don't know why we couldn't do it paperless. And actually, this is the big benefit for OpenGov. We are not going to see, hopefully, any more papers. And we definitely need to move forward with another solution. We cannot keep new world system anymore.
Okay, anybody else has comments,
Yes.
questions?
Yes, a lot of this information, thank you, Rola and Fernando, was provided at the budget retreat sessions. So I really appreciate that you're kind of giving us a recap right now. I do really like the idea that we're combining a lot of the softwares into one platform. That's great. And I also like that you're adding the procurement and contract management. I think that was something that needed to be incorporated as well. We didn't have it in the past. So thank you so much for doing that.
We already have OpenGov.
Oh, you already had it?
We already have OpenGov for procurement and contracts.
Oh, okay, so I like that too, and then I like that you provided that other government agencies and counties are also doing that. The proven results, they're here. I mean, really looking forward to see that. And thank you for saving us the 1.3 million. I also like that. I just have one question regarding cybersecurity. How are we protected with this program if something happens, a hacker? So how are we, like, is this already included in the packet?
Yes, it is. So we are SOC 2 compliant, and we have all of the standard like government regulated compliances when it comes to security. We had a meeting with our head of security in Fernando. He asks all the right questions, and we have a trust website, and I can have Fernando send it to you all that really outlines like our policies and the certifications that we have in place.
Okay, great. I mean, I really like the whole package. It's not just going to help our staff do their work more efficient and a timely manner, but it also, it's for the internal customers and the outside customers, so I like it. So thank you so much for this great presentation.
Anybody else? Oh.
Yes, Mayor.
Mhm.
Thank you for that presentation. And I'm really impressed by Ms. Rola because she's the lady that knows the money situation. So if she's speaking up for you guys, I think this is a must need. So thank you so much.
She's really good at negotiating too.
Anybody else?
Thank you. Yes, Mayor. So I would just like to ask, where are you guys headquartered? Are you guys here in the state or?
That's a great question. So we have offices across the country. We're headquartered in San Francisco, which is where I live, and so does Andrew. And then we have offices in Plano, Texas, Chicago, Atlanta, Boston, Dubuque.
Because I did see there was some money allocated for traveling.
Yeah,
And is that for in case like we need you here for an emergency basis?
that's a great
or-
question. So the money allocated, it's billed as incurred. It's for actually implementation. So we'll have staff come here in person and get to train staff in real time, face to face, which is, it adds a layer to the project. It helps build those connections, and we're excited to get on site with you guys and configure it together.
Awesome. And then the negotiated price that we have, is it because we're doing a 5-year commitment or?
That's a great question. So Miss Jenny connected with our CEO, and I think through their conversation and their relationship, he was able to extend that discount. between us. I've never seen this high of a discount approved before in OpenGov history. So that's thank you to staff for really advocating for the city, and then to Ms. Jenny for connecting with our CEO.
Well, thank you, Jenny, for
Thank you,
saving us
Jenny.
a lot of money. Those were my questions. Thank you for the presentation, and to the staff, thank you for your due diligence. And it seems like this is a great software for our employees and our community as well. So I'm excited to see this roll out and be implemented for the better good of everyone. So thank you.
Okay, with that, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve the purchase of OpenGov's platform, including financial management, budgeting, and performance, utility billing, permitting, and licensing, the 311 customer relationship management system, and enterprise asset management in accordance with the pricing and terms presented in the agenda materials, plus applicable taxes for a 5-year service term.
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you so much for the presentation. Thank you for being here.
Mayor, I just have one question, because I saw in the agreement it had to be approved by May 30. Would you guys need like an emergency clause so it can be approved tonight? Or we're good because it's just an internal contract?
Yeah, that's why we brought it in tonight, so that it makes sure that we made it through the May 30th.
Yes, and I can answer that. So we'll have signature this month. That allows us to assign our resources for the project. The kickoff and the contract start date is July 1st. So you will not need to release payment until next fiscal when the budget is approved.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's continue.
Item number 7C, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the authorization to purchase UKG Ready Software as Service Platform, inclusive of timekeeping, payroll, HR, benefits management, compensation, leave manager, people's insight, performance, recruitment, and employment document manager modules through the Omnia Cooperative Contract. Fernando Corona, Information Technology Manager.
Good evening again, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and members of council. Like mentioned before, as part of the overall project that we presented for the fiscal year 2027, we want to make sure that we take a holistic approach and that we don't leave any departments behind, and make sure that we're providing everybody with the tools that they need in order to do their jobs efficiently and kind of reduce their overall stress, because I mean, everybody already has a lot on their plates, so any help is good, right? So we're here tonight seeking council approval to procure the UKG Ready platform for a 3-year term. The proposed solution includes UKG Ready time, payroll, HR benefits, recruitment, performance compensation, leave management, ACA management, people insight, document manager, and Bright AI for Ready. After a thorough review of our current systems and operational needs, we believe UKG Ready is the right long-term partner for the city. Currently, the city is utilizing Tyler Technologies along with 2 modules in NeoGov to support HR operations. While these systems provide important functionality, they are fragmented across multiple platforms and do not provide the level of integrations and automation needed to efficiently support a growing workforce. Not to mention that even some of the features that are available by Tyler, they're very limited, and they don't have everything that's listed in the agenda item. They're just it's bare bones what we currently have with Tyler Technologies. UKG Ready will provide our human resources team with a single source of truth for employee information and workforce operations. By consolidating these functions into one unified platform, the city will improve efficiency, accuracy, and compliance, and the overall employee experience. This investment will also directly improve services to our residents, as faster recruitment and onboarding will help the city maintain a fully staffed workforce across departments such as police, public works, utilities, and customer service. Improve scheduling, payroll, and performance management tools will help employees focus on more on serving residents rather than managing paperwork and manual processes. In addition, the platform's reporting and analytic capabilities will allow leadership to make more informed, data-driven decisions that improve efficiency, reduce bottlenecks, and strengthen city operations. Better compliance tracking and workforce planning tools will also help protect taxpayer dollars while ensuring continuity in critical services. Overall, this investment is about modernizing how the city supports its employees so that they can continue providing high quality and reliable service to our community. At this time, I would like to introduce our UKG team, who will provide a brief presentation and of the overall platform.
While they load the presentation, did you also connect with their CEO, Jenny, or?
Is there a clicker somewhere? Is there a clicker somewhere? No worries. Awesome. Perfect. Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and council members. My name is Rachel Adelberg, and I am a public sector account executive for UKG. I have been in the public sector for, sorry about that. I've been in the public sector now for over 4 years. So I only work with state and local government. And so that's what I do every single day and have a great understanding of the nuances of public sector and the complexities with state and local government. Tim?
Nope, that's not gonna work. All right, my name is Tim Marsh. I am the sales director for the western part of the United States. I have been working in public sector for about 2 decades now, and my team supports only public sector. We work with your local governments and K through 12 throughout the United States. Thanks.
Awesome. So as an overview, I wanted to give you a visual on UKG Ready. Think of us as a full workforce operating system. We want to stabilize your people systems at the city. Think of us as a 3-legged stool with HR, payroll, and timekeeping. When one is off and one is off balance, you're destabilizing your whole organization, right? And so we want to truly not just be another vendor that you are investing in, but a true partner for decades to come with the city. And so we want to show you this visual to give you an idea of how we are able to grow and scale with the city over time, while still keeping those 3 main pillars as the key components of your day-to-day operations to drive efficiencies and be able to help your employees make those data-driven decisions without any manual work involved. UKG in government, we have a very strong expertise in what we do. As Tim and I said, we only work with public sector. And so we have over 3,200 government entities in all 50 states with over almost 5 million government employees touching our solution every single day. Specifically in Arizona, we have over 60 public sector clients across state and local government and education. But specifically, we have City of Tucson, Tolleson, Eloy, Mirage, Arizona Fire and Medical, among many others that are leveraging our solutions today as well. Why Ready fits San Luis, and really what our goal is to reduce that operational friction that your employees are encountering every single day with their manual processes and the spreadsheets, and really being in the weeds with a lot of their processes internally today. And so what we want to do is consolidate everything into one platform. Everything that is employee facing and resident facing, we want to put that in one place, right? So HR, time, scheduling, talent, recruiting, all of those things that create the inner workings of an HR and payroll and financial department, we want to have self-service connected in one place. That's going to lead to payroll confidence. We were just talking with Rolla earlier, and your team has done so much due diligence, your HR and your finance teams, on how to make sure that this solution is really going to work. For example, we are the only solution that was able to accommodate the fire department's payroll with the 106-hour true-up the first pay period of every month. Very important and something that Rola and her team are dealing with every single pay period with so many manual adjustments and errors. We're going to be able to eliminate those errors. And really just, we want to make sure your employees are being paid correctly. Being able to have proper payroll is ensuring that we're going to recruit and retain our employees that we do have. This is going to create compliance protection, tracking certifications and licensing, not doing manual efforts between changing time cards and benefits enrollment. Having everything in one place is really just going to create that continuity and that employee experience that you're looking for. For your employees, giving them access to things on their phone, requesting PTO, accurate pay, for them to have trust in their data that's not spread across many different systems, is giving them trust in the organization so that they will continue to not be knocking at HR's door every day for these manual processes. Adela and her team having to hunt things down via paper, things like that. They can focus more on serving the constituents of your community. How this translates into better resident service, as Fernando said, right, we want to be able to recruit and onboard faster. We want to get the right people in the right seats at the right time. We don't want employees or applicants to take other jobs because the application process took too long, right? We want to make sure that they're getting upskilled and that we're managing their performance, that we are keeping the employees that we have. Especially in government, we want to retain that institutional knowledge that drives us forward every single day. And so how do we do that? We're able to give them timely feedback, find our great employees, upskill them, figure out maybe employees that are struggling. How do we get them to the next level? How do we engage our employees to keep them? And again, doing this all in the cloud, all in one solution without those manual breakdowns and opportunities for data breakdown, such as timekeeping and spreadsheets, things like that as well. We also want to strengthen your compliance and giving you a reporting hub that is going to give your employees access to make those data-driven decisions. So that way when they're presenting to council or to city administration, you all have confidence in the data that they're giving you. Ultimately, as I said at the beginning, we don't want to be just another vendor. We truly want to partner with you and with OpenGov to make sure that we are having that continuity across your city as a whole. In talking with Adela and Rola and Fernando and the teams, again, we've spent months going over this project. We've identified over 20 workflows that we could either partially or fully automate that they're doing every single day. And so how are we doing that? Well, we are reducing payroll errors, we're reducing turnover costs. We are also increasing productivity across finance, HR, and employee self-service teams, giving the team more time to focus on the strategic initiatives that the city has as a whole, rather than chasing down spreadsheets with UKG as a partner. Thank you.
Thank you. I just want to say that I'm very happy and proud to see how in the last 3.5 years that I've been here with some of the council members, some up newer, seeing the commitment from the staff to really better working conditions for the city employees, and the commitment from the city employees from the top to the bottom to provide better services to our residents. We're growing at that department, and of course, they cannot do it without the support of all of us. We got to work together to make these things happen. I'm very proud that we're open to these things because we need to take it to the next level. The city of San Luis is not the same city that I got here at 35 years ago, and they had about 4,000 residents. We are the fastest growing city in the state of Arizona, and I'm so proud of every single one of Rola and Miss Oli and every single one, Mr. Corona, Jenny, that you guys are spending the time and finding solutions and not stopping because of our current financial situation. There's always ways that we can accomplish things. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you for giving us the presentation. Thank you for working together with our staff. This is a good thing for the city, and this is a good thing for the city employees. and our residents that every day they ask for more and more and more. And I'm very proud of being part of this. Thank you, everyone.
Your team has been an absolute pleasure to work with, and I definitely commend Adela and Roland and Fernando, their teams of just the due diligence and all the questions and the demos and everything so that we all could feel really confident that this is the right solution to present to council tonight.
Having said that, anybody else has questions, comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the purchase of UKG Ready platform in accordance with the pricing and terms presented in the agenda materials plus applicable taxes for a 3-year service term.
Second. 3 seconds. We got a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays?
Nay.
Motion carries. Okay, let's do roll call. We have 1 nay.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Aye.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz,
Aye.
Councilmember Tadeo Asael de la Hoya,
Nay.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Aye.
Councilmember Lisette Servin,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Aye.
Mayor Nieves Raydell,
Aye.
Mayor motion carries 6-1.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 7D, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the City of San Luis B Street and Main Street intersection improvements paving project. Tomas Sanchez, City Engineer.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, council members. Here tonight, Engineering Department is seeking council approval for the award of construction contract for DP Construction for the B Street and Main Street intersection improvements paving portion. Let me keep it short. A little bit of background on this project. This is the overall intersection will be, it's under construction, and openly this intersection will have new traffic signals, dedicated turning lanes, ADA compliant sidewalk ramps, bike lanes on Main Street. With that said, Public Works and Engineering Department has administered this project from the construction aspect, doing in-house, directly purchasing material and equipment to complete portions of the work internally, including the reconstruction of the ADA compliant sidewalk ramps. Pretty much all in-house. Highway users department doing an excellent job right now out there in the field reconstructing. The engineer's cost estimate for the overall improvements of this project, Kimberly Horn, the designer, estimated this project to be in the ballpark of $865, including the city purchasing all the equipment. But as of tonight, coordinate with Public Works, we think that this project will come under $600,000 by us doing all the work in-house and only subbing out the items that we cannot do, which is the installation of the traffic signals and the paving portion, which is what I'm here presenting tonight. With that said, this project was advertised through our Open Gov procurement program, and 2 bids were received by local contractors, GC Gutierrez Canales Engineering and DP Construction. With that, DP was determined to be the lowest responsible bidder and is qualified to capable of performing this paving work for the intersection improvement project. If awarded tonight, this paving work is anticipated to commence the week of June 9th. Therefore, engineering staff recommends awarding the construction contract to DP Construction in the amount of $55,258.20 for paving improvements at these intersections. Any question?
Questions, comments from council?
Yes, I do have a question. Mr. Tomas, you mentioned we had budgeted 600,000, but because we're doing this in-house, we are only spending this amount of money? Or I got confused with that.
Yes, with it was just a little bit of background that we're doing in-house, and as of tonight, I believe we're gonna come way under the 600,000. But that's what we had budgeted, but the engineer's estimate was way over. I just needed to point that out, that we're saving by doing a lot of the work in-house.
And I did see on social media that there was some pictures posted of the crew out there working and people giving you guys props for fixing this intersection. So thank you.
Welcome.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor.
Um,
Sorry, Lisa, go ahead.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you. We love these projects where you guys do a lot of the in-house. That's saving a lot of money. And the ramps, are they going to be at all four corners?
The sidewalk ramps?
Yeah,
Yes, they're all gonna be pretty much reconstructed to ADA compliant.
sounds good. Yes. Thank you so much.
For me, I just wanted to ask you regarding the quote, the proposals or the bids. They came off like almost 30,000 difference. Is that normal? Is that? for bids like
It
this?
depends, sometimes they come within a few dollars to
To a lot, yeah.
yes. It depends on their workload.
Okay, all right, that was my.
Thank you.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to award the contract to DP Construction, Inc. for the construction of the B Street and Main Street intersection improvements paving project in the amount of $58,258 as presented.
Second.
Thank
There's
you.
a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Sanchez.
Item number 7E, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding acceptance of a proposal from Hayden Companies LLC for sewer manhole rehabilitation services. Eulogio Vera, Director of Public Works.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, members of council. So listening to Tomas, it's good to see those kind of savings with our staff doing some of the in-house work. It can only be done with good staff though, so it's very knowledgeable staff that we have. On this item tonight, I hear I'm seeking approval to award a contract to Hayden LLC for some rehab on 7 manholes. And this is doing a new coating. Some of those manholes are on San Luis Plaza Drive and others are on Piceno. So I was able to get some pictures for the meeting. So the image here shown is sort of when the liner sort of gets deteriorated and it needs to be rehabbed. And the main reason is because sewer gases actually eat up the cement in concrete. So what's done, it's they do a PVC liner on the manholes to protect the concrete. But eventually, it just takes a little hole for gases to get in there, and eventually starts eating up the liner. And that's one of the reasons that in 2016 or so, we adopted the polymer manholes, which those don't get affected by sewer gases. But I mean, regardless, we have a ton of manholes that we do have to maintain that have liners. And that's what we have 7 tonight to be completed. It's through a job order contract with City of Glendale, so it meets state procurement. And also, I want to mention, so the contract is for $58,575.32. In 2023, we actually had to replace 5 manholes that were beyond any lining or coating, and that project was $161,000. So what we're trying to do, this image here shows a brand new liner. What we're trying to do is maintain them. You know, have that concrete behind the liner being protected, so that we don't have to go through the process of having to replace the whole manhole. One other thing that I want to mention is on these sewer manholes, just for the public and council's knowledge, I mean, sometimes they're as shallow as 5-6 feet, but they can go up to 20-30 feet deep. So that's why sometimes they might be more expensive than others. It also has to do whether they're in residential streets or in collector or arterial streets where there's a lot of traffic. So all those factors take place when we get quotes for the work in sewer manholes.
And I think that covers what I wanted to say. I don't know if there's any questions.
Questions, comments?
How many days does it take for you guys to replace a manhole? Like, just curious.
So it depends. For these are in low traffic streets. I'm thinking they can probably get done maybe 2 in a day, maybe. And also it depends also on the height. So the deeper, the more they have to spray. But I would say about 2, and it just depends on the contractor also.
So it's relatively quick.
Sorry,
Relatively pretty quick to get them done.
I have a hard time hearing. Sorry.
It's relatively pretty quick to get them done.
Yes, it actually is relatively quick. However, they do have to be certified to be inside manholes. They do have to be certified to use the epoxy or the liner, the coating that they're using. We, for a long time, we were not even able to get in manholes or do work because we had to get the certification. But we are not certified to do any of this kind of spray, liner, or anything like that. We do basic maintenance. But yeah, it is fairly quick. They have to get in and out, to try to avoid being in those gases for long periods of time.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yes, Mr. Vera. I see there was 7 manholes that we're working with, and then so the 58,000 cover the 7 manholes.
That is correct. That's for the 7 manholes. And what we did, we got quotes several months ago trying to get them done this year, but then that team that we were working with changed to a different company, and actually they gave us better pricing, which is with Hayden.
So is that what we had budgeted, 250,000?
So we do have that in the budget. We try to put money in the budget every year to try and get some of them rehabbed every year. It's sort of similar to what we do with streets, with pavement preservation. We try to maintain them, but it's just maintenance, trying to upkeep. One of the tasks that our city manager gave us, Public Works, was for next year, try to have a list of all the manholes that we want to rehab so that we can come with a clearer picture when we go to the budget retreat and say, these are the ones we're going to be redoing this year. And we don't have that now. We have the list. We just don't have them prioritized in severity.
So are those 192,000 up for grabs, or?
I don't think they're available.
I mean, the fiscal year is approaching, and we have.
I'm not sure on that one. Jorge completed this item. I don't know if those 250 are still there or we actually transferred to somewhere else.
There's quite a few manholes that they need to be replaced, and I know you haven't been able to do it because lack of money, but it needs to be done. And then it's a very dangerous process, in and out, yes, but the process that you guys gotta go through. Remember in the foothills when they last, it was through a manhole. It's a serious place to be placing the city employees in. So, yeah, and there's, especially in the old town, a whole bunch of manholes needs to be replaced. That's it. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you have a list.
So we do have the list. We just haven't prioritized.
Yes,
which
I
ones.
understand. Okay. Anybody else?
I do, Mayor. So just real quick, this is the regular maintenance that you're doing to the manholes, just like you said, like you have been doing for a while with the pavement preservation, right? I mean, not the regular, but the ones that you try because as funding allows.
That is correct.
Okay.
So I can say, to add to the comment, is we like the ones we did in 23 that I said 161,000, those were like urgently in need of repairs or replacement. The ones that we're doing now, they're in bad shape, but they're not like falling apart. So, but one is we're working with Cesar Chavez and the traffic and all those flows, so we don't want to get on San Luis Lane in the near future, so we want to take care of those. The other ones are in Piceno. Piceno, they're working on that brand new road on Piceno with the hospital. We want to get them done and be out of there. But for example, last year we did, I think it was like 19 manholes on Cesar Chavez Boulevard. And it was very substantial. I think it was close to $1 million that we invested in manholes or sewer work. But we did those also, same thing. We want to get them done, and we don't want to be messing with them in the near future. So that's how we're doing it so far. But I think we need to come up with a more strategic, specific plan moving forward.
Thank you, Rogelio.
Yeah, and I know Eloy doesn't pat himself in the back, but from 2016, when you brought this up and you have that about let's not use the old method, let's bring the new ones. I'm very confident that all the subdivisions is that time. It's not going to be so costly to the city to maintain the way the old. So thank you for seeing the future, although sometimes it's like we developers, like it's an extra cost and everything, but it was a good move. Thank you, Elohio, for thinking ahead. It
And
was a
just,
good move.
and thank you, Mayor. But just to add for that, like it's a manhole that might cost, for example, $10,000 brand new when the subdivision is going in. If we were to redo it, it might cost 50,000 just because there's streets, walls, sidewalks, water lines, sewer lines right next to it. Versus when they're brand new, it's easier, but it is a little bit more expensive for developers to put in new.
Yeah, but it's worth it. It's worth it because they last longer. So, and the people that buys the houses pays for them, so food for thought. Okay, anybody else?
Yes, Mayor, just a quick comment. Thank you, Mr. Vera, for the presentation, and thank you for the pics. I really like those pics. Thanks.
Okay. If there's nobody else, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve and accept Hayden Companies LLC's proposal in the amount of $58,575.32 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you, Elohio.
Thank you.
Item number 7F, public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the recommendation of a special event liquor license application to the Arizona Department of Liquor Licenses and Control to authorize the San Luis Frontera Rotary Club to sell alcohol at the 4th of July Freedom Celebration on Saturday, July 4th, 2026. Angelica Rotlan.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Angelica Roldan, Parks and Recreation Director, and also member of the Rotary Club here in San Luis. The San Luis Frontera Rotary Club will once again support our 4th of July Freedom Celebration by managing beer sales as in previous years. All proceeds will be returned to the community, helping fund local scholarships and other charitable needs through donations. Any questions?
I open it's open to the public. Any comments from the public? It's a public hearing. No, Council?
Yes, I do have a question. And I was a Rotarian as of like 2 months ago, and I don't recall, does the Rotary, when the sales that they receive from the beer, do they return anything back to the city?
The way they return.
Like a donation?
Yeah, thank you for your question. The way they return it, like I just mentioned, it comes back to the city as, scholarships, and any help that the community needs or donations. That's how they help.
But directly to the city, because I know when they participate at different events, they go 50 and 50. The Rotary Club skips 50% of the proceeds, the amount of they receive, and the other 50% they give it to the entity. And the reason I'm asking is because since we recently went through our budget retreats and budgets, and we're about to approve the new budget for the fiscal year, I would like to see that if you can let the Rotary Club, if they can consider that going back to that 50-50, since we have needs for our seniors and our Parks and Rec department, some of that money can come back to make sure that we have other events and that we can supply, needs for our seniors too. It's just something to consider, because I know the Rotary has 2 big events throughout the city, the Asado and Brew and the 4th of July. So if you can relay that message, letting the president know that we would like to see if there's we can do a partnership that way, and they keep 50 and 50 comes back to the city. I understand they award scholarships, but still we need to see some of the, I feel that we need to see some of the proceeds.
Thank you for your comment, and I will go back to the Rotary and talk to the president and the members and see what is it that we need to do. Maybe we can have a meeting,
Right.
City manager and maybe the council members.
Okay.
And I will get back to you with the information. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. No? I close the open meeting.
Mayor, I move to recommend approval to the Arizona Department of Liquor License and Control for the special event liquor license application for the San Luis Frontera Rotary Club as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 7G, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the approval and adoption of order number 2026-04, an order of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, to authorize the city of San Luis Police Department to receive funding for overtime and mileage by approving an intergovernmental agreement and authorizing execution of subrecipient agreement, Operation Stone Garden Grant Program, overtime and mileage between the state of Arizona through the Arizona Department of Homeland Security and the city of San Luis, Arizona through the San Luis Police Department. Damian Miller, Police Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council. The City of San Luis Police Department has been awarded $880,000 for overtime and $30,000 for mileage under the fiscal year of 2025 Operation Stone Garden Program, award number 25-AZDOOHS-OPSG-250-431-01. The grant performance period is May 30th, 2026 to April 30th of 2027. The total award grant funded amount is $910,000.
Any comments, questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to approve and adopt order number 2026-04, approving the intergovernmental agreement and grant as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
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 Any nays? Motion carries.
Item number 7H, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding the approval and adoption of order number 2026-05, an order of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, to authorize the city of San Luis Police Department to receive funding for overtime and mileage by approving an intergovernmental agreement and authorizing execution of subrecipient agreement, Operation Stone Garden Grant Program, overtime and mileage between the state of Arizona through the Arizona Department of Homeland Security and the city of San Luis, Arizona through the San Luis Police Department. Damian Miller, Police Lieutenant.
Good evening, Mayor, Vice Mayor, Council. The City of San Luis Police Department has been awarded $81,000 for overtime and employee-related expenses under the reallocated fiscal year 2023 Operation Stone Garden Program, awarded number 23-AZDOHS-OPSG-230432-02. The grant performance period is May 14, 2026 to July 31st of 2026.
Questions, comments?
Mayor, just a comment, please. I want to congratulate you guys on the grants. It's amazing. We know how much this helps the city.
Thank you.
Mayor, I move to approve and adopt order number 2026-05, approving the intergovernmental agreement and grant as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Item number 7I, discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding ordinance number 484, an ordinance of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, adding San Luis City Code, section 7.05.040, dog parks, adopting the city of San Luis dog park policy and rules, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability. Angelica Roldan, Director of Parks and Recreation.
Good evening, Mayor and Council members. Angelica Roldan, Parks and Recreation Director. The City of San Luis opened the first cater exclusively to dogs to support the safety of residents and pets while using the dog park. Staff, through a collaborative effort with various departments, has developed the City of San Luis dog park policy and rules to implement and standard of use. This policy and rules intend to educate residents on the proper use of the dog park while providing guidelines on when a pet wouldn't be permitted to use the facility. Staff intends to have these rules posted at the dog park with a link to allow residents to access the full policy online. Dog parks rules are needed to keep the park safe, clean, and well-managed. An ordinance provides clear, enforceable guidelines for owners, helps prevent incidents, and ensures the space can be used responsibly by the community. In order to adopt the dog park policy and rules, this ordinance also adds section 7.05.040 dog parks to the city code that defines this type of park and allows for council amendments to the policy and rules by resolution. Any questions?
Questions, comments?
Yes, Mayor, I have a question. Angelica, we already have a dog park, so why was this not in place before we celebrated on February 12th, the opening of a dog park?
This was a property that was donated, and it was donated to the city. So as soon as we have all this documentation, all this process ready, we were gonna continue with everything else.
Okay, and are we gonna place like signage on the parks?
That's the idea. As soon as this gets approved, we're gonna continue with the signage as well as some amenities that we're gonna be adding to the park.
So I know we approved amenities for the pet park or the west side of town. What about the east park? Are we gonna add amenities to that one as well? Because right now I
Yes.
think it's only fencing, right?
Yes, we're gonna be
Okay.
adding some amenities as well and
Okay.
signage.
Anybody
good.
else?
Yes, I have two questions or a comment. It says on the rules that the city dog parks are not supervised facilities, so they won't be supervised facilities, right? But it also says that all dogs must be or must have a current vaccination licensing and wear the registration tag pursuant to San Luis City Code. So how do we know that the pets that are in the park meet those requirements, and if it's not going to be supervised? Are
This
they
is-
supposed to register with the Parks and Rec Department, or it's just like, how?
This is something, thank you for your question. This is something that we're working, it's something new, like we never had a dog park before, so we're trying to get together in order to continue with the process, but this is something that we're working together with animal control as well and the county.
Okay.
I have a question for legal. So, Joe, if I go to the pet park and a dog is there that doesn't meet the vaccine requirements and all that stuff, and they bite me and I get sick, who's liable? Is it the city because we have a pet park, or is it the dog owner?
It's still the dog owner. So what this is basically, it's referring to the general obligation that every pet owner has within the city of San Luis, and that is to have your pet vaccinated and shots updated and registered. So, that still applies to the park. It's not even necessary to restate in the rules and regulations, but it just wants to call it out that if a situation does occur, if we do find out that there's a dog in the park that doesn't follow the current code requirements, they can be cited and removed.
And is that part of the rules and regulations with our police department or here that they will be cited? Because I didn't see that anywhere in the policies. First of all, it's gonna be hard for us to know if they're vaccinated or they're licensed because it's not a supervised facility. And then if you go on to try to cite the owner, is that also included in our police department policies, rules and regulations, or?
Council member, we have been working with the police department to try to get the licensing in-house so that we can have control of, which dogs have the vaccinations, do they have a license? So, we're a little bit behind, but that's the intent, to be able to have that licensing within the city of San Luis.
Okay.
This is just to facilitate enforcement, right? If need be, I'm assuming that's all basically what we're doing.
Yes, I mean, they can still enforce what is currently in city code regardless of whether it's in the rules and regulations.
Thank you.
Anybody else? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve the reading of ordinance number 484 by title only.
Second.
There's a motion, and a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Any nays? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Ms. Angelica.
Ordinance number 484, an ordinance of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis, Arizona, adding San Luis City Code Section 7.05.040, dog parks, adopting the City of San Luis dog park policy and rules, repealing any conflicting provisions and providing for severability.
I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor, I move to approve and adopt ordinance number 484 as presented.
Second.
There's a motion, a second. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries.
Mayor,
Thank you.
sorry if I could we do a roll call vote since it's an ordinance? Ordinances are basically
Roll
laws
call?
for the city, and those I always recommend that the council do by way of roll call so that there's a very clear record of the vote for the passage of that code amendment.
I do have a question since we donated, my family donated one of these dog parks. I don't have a conflict,
No,
right?
that's not a
Okay, roll call.
Councilmember Luis Cabrera,
Aye.
Councilmember Maria Cecilia Cruz,
Aye.
Councilmember Tadeo Sael de la Hoya,
Aye.
Councilmember Esteban Rosales,
Aye.
Councilmember Lisette Servin,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Javier Vargas,
Aye.
Mayor Nieves Raydell,
Aye.
Mayor, motion carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 7J, public hearing followed by discussion and possible action on any and all matters regarding resolution number 2399, a resolution of the mayor and city council of the city of San Luis authorizing the submission of an application for fiscal year 2027 Community Development Block Grant CDBG State Special Projects SSP funds, certifying that said application meet the community's previously identified housing and community development needs and the requirements of the Arizona Department of Housing ADOH Community Development Block Grant Program, and authorizing all actions necessary to implement and complete the activities outlined in said application.
This is the item that we were asked to be continued by Mr. Esparza. So we would like to continue this item
Yes, Mayor.
for the meeting of, the second meeting next month.
Thank
Okay.
you. That I was going to add the date of the meeting that they had as the continuance too. Thank you.
Okay. So,
Second.
okay. There's a motion and a second to continue this item. All those in favor signifying by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any nays? Motion carries. Thank you.
Item number 8, summary of current events, events by mayor, council members, and/or city manager pursuant to ARS Section 38-431.02K.
Any news, events, council?
Hi, Mayor. Yes, thank you. Myself, Lisette, Armando, y Idal, we all this past weekend had attended the ICSC. Was it the weekend or the week? Past week, right? We had 2 days worth of meetings with different retailers, hotel chains, food chains, and it was all very positive conversations. Looks very bright for our city. They were all very eager to make something happen and come. The only thing they need is somewhere to, come and park their businesses here. So now with all the things that were coming to fruition in the next year or so, or next 2-3 years, that'd be more possible for those businesses to come here. And it's very heartening to see how everyone's eyes light up when they hear the city of San Luis and that we're there at those meetings having those conversations with everybody. Like everyone knows, we don't have property tax, so sales revenue is what we rely on, and knowing that all these businesses want to come here, it's very exciting. That's it. You have anything?
Yes, and just to add to that, it's a lot of great things are coming to San Luis in the next couple of years, despite whatever is going on with the economy and negative rumors about the city and operations. And so I'm just telling you, great things are coming. We have a lot of investors, good investors coming to town, big stores that want to be here. They can't wait. We can't really disclose the names because I know Armando teach me that, what's it called, Armando? The best practices. We're not supposed to give out the names, but big stores want to come to town. So we're preparing for that. I'm glad that the city is doing their due diligence and putting our heads together and savings in all the departments. That's going to help a lot. There's no need for additional budget cuts or layoff of employees. We are in a good position as of today. Maybe if I would say that we could be in a negative position 2-3 years down the road, but I don't think so because we're all working so hard to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I know we will continue to deliver great news to our constituents. But for right now, I'm just letting you know that big things are coming to San Luis in the next couple of years. So just hold on to that. And all the employees, thank you for the work that you do. And let's continue to do the same thing and every year, and things will just get better. Thank you.
Anybody else?
Yes, Mayor, I have
Yes.
something to report. I sit on the WACOG board, and I nominated Mr. James Allen because we were in need of a veteran representing also the elderly. So Mr. James Allen Jr. is now one of our board members. So congratulations, Mr. James.
Thank you. Okay, there's a grocery store that's gonna be open on the second week of September in the east side. They already started advertising for 52 jobs, and it's here, and people are very excited, okay? We're not disclosing the name yet, but it's gonna happen, and at the same time, there's other 2 businesses that are gonna open at the same month, which is the car wash and the Jiffy Lube. So more jobs coming to San Luis, and it's thanks to the private sector. I'm very happy that people keep looking at San Luis with kind eyes and helping us with the growth. So thank you. Anybody else? With that,
I just have
let's
one more
adjourn.
thing that I want to ask, or maybe this is not the right time. I would like to see if we can have a work session on the improvement districts that we have on East San Luis and West. I reviewed some of the information that you provided on the weekly report, and I do have a lot of questions. So I would like to see if we can either meet with the Parks and Rec Department or just have a work session where all of us can have a discussion together. But I don't know if that's something that we can
I'm
do.
pretty sure Ms. Jenny can arrange that.
Okay,
Let's
thank you.
adjourn. Thank you.
Oh, I wanted to share something, but hold on.